Title: The Big Ocean Adventure of Nemo the Fish. Once upon a time, in the deep blue sea, there lived a lively little clownfish named Nemo. Nemo was a bright orange fish with white stripes, and he had one little fin that made him special. Even with his tiny fin, Nemo was one of the most adventurous fish in the reef. Every day, he dreamed of exploring the big ocean beyond his home. Nemo's dad, Marlin, was very protective and often reminded Nemo, "The ocean is full of surprises, Nemo. Some are fun, and some, well, they can be a bit dangerous." But today, Nemo had that glint of adventure in his eye, and he was ready to discover something amazing. As Nemo swam out to explore, he met his bubbly friend, Dory, a big, blue fish with a big heart and a bit of a forgetful mind. "Hey, Nemo," Dory sang, "are you ready to find some fun in the big, blue sea?" "Oh, yes," Nemo replied, his tiny fin flapping with excitement. "Let's go explore." So off they went, Nemo and Dory, zigzagging through the coral, their fishy fins flapping in the sparkling water. They played hide-and-seek in the seaweed, blew bubbles, and chased after curious little crabs that tickled their fins as they scurried away. As they were playing, Nemo noticed something shiny glinting in the distance. "Dory, look," he gasped, his eyes widening. There, just beyond the coral, was a huge, mysterious sunken treasure chest half buried in the sand. With a gasp, Nemo and Dory swam closer. "Do you think it's full of gold? Or maybe magic seashells?" Nemo whispered, barely able to contain his excitement. Dory, always curious, nudged the lid of the chest with her nose, and with a creak, the lid opened. Inside, instead of gold, they found a map. It was an old, crinkly map with a big red X marked on it. "It's a treasure map," Dory exclaimed with a big, forgetful grin. "Or maybe, a recipe." "No, it's definitely a treasure map." Nemo and Dory looked at each other, eyes sparkling with excitement, and shouted, "Let's follow it." With the map in Nemo's fin, they swam off on their big adventure, heading toward the red X on the map. First, the map led them to a field of glowing jellyfish that danced in the water like little light bulbs. Dory started to bounce on top of them, and Nemo followed, giggling as they went boing 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 from one jellyfish to the next. "Wee! Look at me, Dad!" Nemo shouted, even though Marlin wasn't there. He felt brave and bold, bouncing along with his friend. They dodged and darted through the jellyfish until they reached the edge of the field, where the map pointed them toward a deep, dark cave. "Ooh, spooky," Dory whispered. But Nemo, feeling extra brave, said, "Come on, Dory. Let's see what's inside." They swam cautiously into the cave, where they saw sparkles of light reflecting off something huge. As they got closer, they saw it was a giant pearl nestled inside a clamshell. The pearl was as big as a soccer ball, glowing with a soft, magical light. "Wow, Dory! We found the treasure!" Nemo cheered, his little fins waving with excitement. But just then, the ground rumbled. Oh! The cave was beginning to shake. The clamshell was slowly closing, and Nemo and Dory realized they needed to get out, fast. "Just keep swimming, just keep swimming," Dory sang, and they zoomed through the cave, out into the open water, just in time as the clamshell snapped shut behind them. They floated outside, panting and laughing. "What an adventure!" Nemo exclaimed, his heart racing. "Dad's not going to believe this." And just as they were about to head home, a group of friendly sea turtles swam up, led by Crush, the cool, wise old turtle. Hey, little dude and Didette. Heard you went on a totally awesome treasure hunt. Nemo and Dory nodded, their faces beaming with excitement. Crush and the other turtles offered them a ride back home on their backs, gliding and spinning through the water like roller coasters in the sea. When they finally arrived back at the reef, Marlin was waiting, his eyes wide with worry. Nemo! I was so worried, he cried. But Nemo just gave him a big fishy hug and said, Dad, you should have seen it. We went on the best adventure ever. Marlin smiled, seeing his little Nemo so happy and brave. Well, my little explorer, he said with a chuckle, maybe the ocean isn't so scary after all, as long as you have friends like Dory. Nemo nodded, looking at his dad and Dory with a big, happy smile. And from that day on, Nemo and Dory continued to go on all sorts of amazing adventures, exploring the ocean together, making new friends, and proving that a little fish can have the biggest, bravest heart of all. Thanks for joining us on Nemo's amazing adventure. If you had fun, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to join us for more fun stories and exciting adventures. And remember to share this video with your friends so they can enjoy it too. See you in the next story, keep exploring and stay curious.